When you get complaints that come into the department, what are the chief complaints?
The consumer not knowing the name of the agent that they're working with. Because in a team, they interact with so many different individuals. And not to say that that's not all right, but the consumer should always know who they're working with, who is responsible for the transaction, and of course we always know that it's the designated broker of the company that is responsible. But sometimes those consumers think that it's the buyer's agent or the escrow agent on the team. They don't realize that there may be one team leader whose name they need to know, and they really need to know the name of the company and the designated broker. At least the name of the company, because our front desk can look up the designated broker if we know the name of the company.
So really it's the educational part on the listing agent or the team member that is listing the property to give them the protocol of how to get in touch with.
Really it is, number one, in advertising, it's making sure that the employing broker's name is on everything you do. It's on your purchase agreements. It's always the name of the company, clear and prominent in all marketing that the licensee is doing.
So the signage is critical.
Critical.
And anything that they're signing along with their documents is critical. Maybe even a sheet that states your first, the first person in charge is this, but you would call these folks down the line.
Great idea, Paula. And remembering that the individual that is interacting with the consumer, the team member, number one, they should be licensed if they're interacting with the consumer.
Correct.
And second, they need to have an identity. If they're filling out documents, if they're working with the consumer in filling out either the listing agreement or the purchase agreement or any of the other documents involved in the sale, their name as the licensed assistant or licensed team member must go on every document.
It's really going to be critical for teams to educate all of their members that when the phone call comes in, that it needs to go to the person that had listed the property or the team leader to be able to answer the questions for it.
Yes, and your thought around like a checklist, a who does what in this transaction could actually feature every one of the team members and show their contact information or the role that they play on the team.